These exercises relate directly to the Tai-Chi form. Before attempting to do these, check to see if you can stand comfortably with the body upright, the knees slightly bent, and all of the weight on one leg for a period of time. All of these exercises are done with one empty and one full leg. The very first one, which is the most common Tai-Chi warm-up, focuses on folding or closing the gua, or the hip joint. Practice this with the weight on both feet without shifting it at all. Okay. As we turn, the knees are stable. They remain alignment over the feet, and the upper body, beginning right at the hip joint, is turning. Upper body turns, and there is not any twisting in the legs or the knees. This is closing or folding of the gua. This next movement occurs throughout the form any time that we make a transition. For example, in the ward-offs, single whip, embrace tiger, diagonal flying. And practice this, all the weights on one leg, keeping the body upright, and the hips, the pelvis stays in the same position as we move the leg out to the side. Check to see that as you're doing this, that your toes are facing away from the body. Upper body and pelvis stay in the same position, and there's a lot of movement in the leg. You can practice this as if you're drawing an arc with your heel. And remember to pay attention to your back. Keep the body upright and take stress off your back. Only go as far as you can to the side. Cloud hands has another unique movement pattern. Here, all the weight's on one foot, and to start out with, I would recommend sliding your foot out to the side. There is no weight on it. Again, check in with the back. The sole of the foot is facing the floor the entire time. Again, there is minimal change above the hips. Body's upright, lower back relaxed. We feel this movement on the outside of the legs. The Repulse the Monkey is also doing a parallel leg movement, stepping forward and back. You can put a foot forward, and then as you step back, the most common problem that people have is they'll have the heel in. We want the heel straight, parallel with that of the front foot. Put the foot back, bring the heel down as far as you can, give yourself a nice calf stretch. And then if you want, let your weight shift back and forth, look down at your feet, make sure they're parallel, and get familiar with the feeling of having that back foot straight and flat on the floor. In this movement, we want to take a step that's small enough so that, again, we can keep the body upright and take stress off the lower back. This is one movement that we can end up arching the back if we don't pay attention. And let it shift back and forth. The feet in the Repulse the Monkey can be shoulder width or slightly narrower. The Golden Pheasant move, one leg is up, and again, there is no movement in the pelvis or the upper body. All of the movement occurs right at the hip joint. It doesn't matter how high you lift your leg. Lift it only as high as you can, keeping the body upright. Hold on to your leg so that you get the sense that it's relaxing, okay? Ankles relaxed, just enough energy to hold the leg in place. In the kicks, lift the knee up till it's about hip height. Body stays upright. And practice lifting the whole leg as a unit. We're still rooted through the sole of the foot. And then we can practice just simply holding the foot in place for extra strength. Same with the other leg. Lift. And hold. The final movement is the turn and strike with heel movement. Again, body stays upright. Lift your leg however far it will go. Stretch it. Flex the ankle so that you're getting a good calf stretch. And then hold the movement as long as you can for strength and for balance. Okay, lift it up. Flex the ankle so that the toes are pointing up. Check to see that your hips are even. And hold for strength and balance. As you can see, these exercises focus on developing flexibility in the hip and groin area. They can benefit Tai-Chi practice dramatically and also are good for any kind of transitions that we make physically. Like all exercise, make sure that you practice these regularly for greatest benefit.